Good evening, Miss Golden Girl here. Welcome to my channel, Golden Girl. And I've got some panelists with me tonight. I'm not going to be alone. But I'm starting Panel Tuesday. I'm going to go on and make the commitment to come live on Tuesday. And I will be striving to have a panel. But if not, it will be a panel of one. So right now I'm going to drop the link so my other guest, Keto Granny, can come in. Can you hear me okay, Miriam?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Now, did you see where you could have put your name in?
Yes, I did. So I put
Okay.
my name in. Is it showing?
But it could be all right, Keto Granny, you can come in, just hit that link. Hopefully it showed up okay. This is my first time doing this.
Oh.
All right, Keto, if you hit the link, I just dropped the link. Let's see if that'll bring you in that way. Hello, everyone. Just please be patient with us. I have a... Hi, Keisha. Thank you for stopping by. Keto Granny, can you hit the link? I'm trying to get my other panelists up. We're going to be talking about our weight loss journey this evening. It's week number 23 for me. And my goal is to be down 50 pounds by December 31st. And I'm working on this next milestone that I am to be down 30 pounds by May 27th.
Wow.
So just bear with me a minute here, please. I'm trying to get... Are you there, Keto Granny? Can you hit the link? If you can't do it that way, can you go back to your email and I sent you the link and click on it that way? Keisha, can you try to do me a favor and see if you hit the link, will you come into studio? I won't bring you up. I just want to see if it's working. Okay, she said, I am. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, Oh, okay. Now it says your device is not connected, Keto Granny. So let's see here. Take your time. It says your device is not connected. Let's see what that means. Okay, they say you need to add your mic before you can come in. Can you check your mic, Keto Granny? Hey, Keisha. So it is working, huh? You want to come up, Keisha?
Go through Safari.
Would you say, Keisha?
I said, no, I don't want to come up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it's okay. I said maybe she needs to copy the link and go through Safari.
Oh.
She may not be able to get in through Chrome or whatever link whatever browser she's going through. She may need to go through Safari.
She has StreamYard. She uses it.
Yes, but how she gets into it, what browser is she using?
Oh, you don't think she's always coming in? Okay, let me take you off since you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being in the audience.
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna try it again. Okay. All right, then what we're gonna do, we're going to go ahead while we're waiting on Keto Granny to get in. So what I am doing today is I'm so glad to have Miriam with me, and Miriam's channel is Everything Life with Miriam. And so I had been watching Miriam and Keto Granny, and they have been motivation to me. They probably didn't know that. So I reached out to them and asked them, would they be on my panel tonight as I discuss my weight loss journey, week number 23. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it over first to Miriam and let her go on and tell us about her weight loss journey, her healthy lifestyle. I've got 3 questions for her to touch on. When did you start your journey? And you can give us the history behind your journey. I know why. Have you achieved your goal? And when did you start your YouTube channel?
Okay,
And
so
while she's talking, I'm going to keep working on Keto Granny.
okay. So, with respect to my journey, the first question is, when did I start my journey and why? Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, um, hmm.
Your journey to a healthy lifestyle, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Last year, around this time, I was diagnosed with stage 3 type 2 diabetes. I had high cholesterol, I had high blood pressure. I was weighing around 310 pounds.
So you're saying last year, 2022?
2022, yes, ma'am.
Woo! We look at her now. Isn't she beautiful?
March of 2022, I had a lot going on and I felt like my life was crumbling down. I've never really been a small person. I've always loved me for who I am and I've always embraced that. The only thing is, this time I was sick and it was one of the most challenging times of my life. I mean, in the past, anytime I was pregnant with any of my kids, I was told that I had gestational diabetes. But, we are told gestational diabetes is the hormones, and once you give birth, it goes away, and so on and so forth. And so I really did not take it seriously. And so after my last, a few years after my last, I realized that my health was deteriorating. And lo and behold, I went for my physical and the numbers were so bad. My A1C was a 9.4. I was at the verge of a diabetic coma. My cholesterol was up, my blood pressure was up. I had 3 herniated discs in my spine. The doctors were talking about invasive surgery if I go through therapy and it doesn't work. And at some point, I just had it. So, March of 2022, that's about a year and a month ago, I was given these diagnoses and I had tried
I did it.
everything.
Excuse me just for a
Hi.
minute. Welcome,
Hello.
Keto. We
My
did
first
it.
time doing this.
That's okay. And I haven't done it much either, So that was my first time dropping the link.
Yeah.
My other guests have come in through, I've shared the
Okay.
email. Okay, then go ahead, Miriam. I'm
Hi,
sorry.
Tia Granny.
Okay, hello.
So, as I was saying, at some point I had to take a step back because, mind you, insurance was also denying me of the medication that was right for me because they said that I was not sick enough to qualify for the medication that would get me better. So basically, they were trying to tell me I wasn't on my deathbed, so they would not give me what was due me. And so I went on hospital to hospital, doctor to doctor, just trying to find a solution. I could lay in bed 5, 7 days at a time. Even when I needed to go to the bathroom, I needed help. At
Oh,
some point, I visited one doctor and he treated me so badly, like a number. I asked him, I told him, look, I know I have all these problems, but I know these things can be reversed. What can I do? He looked at me straight in the eye and he said to me, at this point, looking at your race and looking at your family history, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And so just take these medications. He wrote about 5 or 6 medications. And as I kept asking questions, he told me he had other patients to see. And so he had to go. That was the breaking point for me. And there were so many other doctors who had treated me in similar manner. So it was not new, but for some reason after that day, I remember walking out. I got to the reception and I told them I did not want that doctor as my doctor. And as I was walking away from that clinic, I said to myself, I was not coming back. So I came home, started my research on food and how it affects the longevity of chronic diseases because we've been made to believe that diabetes, for instance, is a chronic progressive disease, and that if you have a family history of it, you cannot reverse it, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I found out it is absolutely not true. So I
so
started
true.
researching food because I had 3 herniated discs in my spine. I could not work out vigorously. I found out the foods that I could use to reverse diabetes and to reverse high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I did not know that
Praise God.
using food to heal my body would actually reduce the herniated discs in my spine. As I sit here and as I speak, I have used food. I haven't started working out yet. I have lost over 100 pounds. I have dropped my A1C from a 9.4 to a 5.6.
Hallelujah.
Good.
Hallelujah. I am not,
Good.
Hallelujah.
yeah,
That's great.
I'm not on any kind of medication at this point, and I feel great. I feel so great. So that was the why for me because I was tired of being treated like a number. I was tired of being sick. I wanted to be there for my kids. I wanted to be there for my family. I just wanted to be the person that the Lord had ordained me to be and not just part of the status quo. So I decided to do something about it. And God being so good, I was
Yes.
able to. So that was the why for me. And
All
then
right.
the,
Woo. What
the
an awesome testimony, Miriam.
oh yes, I
Yes, it
just give
is. It
glory to
is.
God every day because He literally saved my life. Literally, because I was on a downward spiral. He picked me up. He dusted me off. And he's just made me the person that I am today. And my aim is to help as many people who find themselves in the position
Yes.
I was
Yes.
as possible. So that was my why. And the second question, if you can remind me again, what was the second question?
Okay. Have you achieved your goal?
Have I achieved my goal? I am still working at it because I found out that being able to live a healthy lifestyle is a process and you never really hit your goal. You have to work at it every day.
So true.
Every day, your lifestyle is your diet. Every single day, you don't just have a diet, a 3 month diet, and that's it. If you go back to the old ways, everything will come piling
Yes,
up.
it will.
Yeah, so
And it doesn't take long either, does it?
doesn't take long at all. So my goal is to make it a lifestyle, and I have been able to make it a lifestyle. But my goal is to be able to continue doing what I'm doing, and so that I would be able to live as long as the Lord would possibly give me and inspire as many as I can to also get healthy and get better on their journey to whatever that the Lord has ordained them to be. So I'm not, I have achieved my goal to a certain degree, but my goal is to keep on keeping on and to be an inspiration to others. So I'm not there yet. I'm getting there.
All right.
And
Now, just when did you start your YouTube channel?
I started January 16th, 2013. I mean, 2023. I'm sorry. This year. I started this year.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So after,
So you started about the same time then that I started watching you.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I started this year. I don't know why I said 2030, but it's 2023, January. I created the channel in December, but I was still mastering courage because I've never done anything like this. And it was challenging putting myself out there, but I remember praying about it and thinking that if even my story can change one person's life or save one person's life, because my mother was a diabetic too. And there were so many things that she had to go through. And I watched my mother follow the guidelines. I watched her do everything she was asked to do. It did not save her life.
Oh,
At a,
really?
Hmm.
yes, ma'am. At a very early age, at some point, she got blind, her leg got amputated, and she passed on. So that fear has always lived with me. And to be told by medical professionals that it is in your family history, so you cannot do anything about it, was another breaking point for me because I watched my mother struggle through it, even though she followed the guidelines. And so during my research, I found out that there's so many things in the guidelines that are that do not necessarily work, but that is what they have been taught to teach us. So
Yes.
that is what they say we should do. But
Yes.
as to whether it fits into our lives or it fits into the person's regimen, they really, I don't want to say they really don't care, but they really can't do much about it. So you have to find what works for you,
Yes.
make it
That's true.
work for you. And so, knowing that my mother had followed the guide, my mother had a very busy lifestyle, but she also had a very sedentary lifestyle, like 80% of people in the world. Nobody gets up every day and is, you get up, you go to work, or you have school, you have kids, there's so many things that take up the time in your life. So majority of people who have so many responsibilities cannot really get up every day and say, I'm hitting the gym 6 times, 7 times a week. It is not feasible, it is not practical. But then at the end of the day, we are told to eat these complex carbs. We are not told why, with a little bit of fiber, and then kick up our activity or hit the gym when your lifestyle cannot accommodate that. So that makes it unsustainable. And in every journey, when it is not sustainable and you cannot do it long term, you are not set up to succeed.
That's right.
And that is what I try to make people understand, that you have to take, yes, they give the advice, but you have to take it and make it work for you,
So true.
because nobody knows you
Can
like
we say
you
that
know.
even a little louder? It has
Yeah.
to work for you. You
That's
Yes,
right.
have
it
to
does.
personalize it. You
Yes.
know, what do they say? One size don't fit all. It
Yeah.
does not when it
No.
comes to this.
Yes, it does not. One size does not fit all. They do have the foundation, they do have the fundamentals. But if you're telling me to eat 50 grams of carbs every day, with every meal, and I have a sedentary lifestyle, I have a job where I sit behind the computer from morning till evening. I'm it's 50 grams of carbs per meal does not work for me.
That's a lot.
So that's a lot. So I have to look at it, even though that is what has been recommended. And you see, the reason why I made the video, why I ignored the diabetes guidelines is we are told or given a set amount of carbs that we have to eat every day because they are pushing insulin. We have to put
Yes.
insulin
Mhm.
in
Most
every time.
definitely.
Yeah.
But it really did not make sense to me. You make me eat what is not good for me. You tell me to snack in between. You tell me to eat before bedtime. And then you push insulin to make my blood sugar go down because my body is not producing enough insulin to take care of all the carbs that I'm taking in. But then you tell me to eat 1 hour within 1 hour that I wake up. You tell me to eat 50 grams of carbs per meal. You tell me to push insulin when my blood sugar is going up because I've eaten this 50 grams of carbs per meal, with or without fiber. You tell me that I should snack in between meals and eat about 6 times a day. When
That's
does my body
crazy.
get a break from pushing insulin to stabilize my blood sugar?
Yes.
It did not make sense to me. So at some point, and I always say that I don't advise anybody to do this, at some point I had to say enough is enough. I stopped every medication and I decided that, Lord Jesus, it's me and you and me. I have to do this. And that was the beginning of my journey.
Um, let me ask you this, and then we'll go to keto. Granny, you started your channel in January this year.
Yes, ma'am.
You must go to her channel. She makes such awesome professional videos, I'm out here trial and error and I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But yours are just so professionally done. Are
Oh,
you
well.
Yeah,
monetized
I
yet?
saw that.
Are you monetized yet, Miriam?
Yes, I received an email that I do qualify for monetization. I'm new to all of this. I really was not a social media person prior to this. I just really started January this year, so I am still trying to figure things out. But I have received that email. I'm trying to go through the process and all of that. Yes, ma'am.
I mean, that
Congratulations.
is just awesome. So in about 4 months, you got monetized.
In less than 2 months,
Okay,
I got
okay.
money. I got 1,000. I think I hit the threshold in just under 2 months, in about 7 weeks or so. And I've been on YouTube now for about 3 months.
And you have under 100 videos, right?
Oh yes, I have under 100 videos. I'm
So
not even close to 100.
I mean, you're just amazing. I mean, I got almost 300, but I'm just sharing all this because as a motivation for everyone.
Yes,
Some
ma'am.
of us will grow faster than others, but
Yes.
never give up. I've set a goal to be monetized by December 31st. And
Amen.
so that's the way I'm working it. But it's awesome. It's nothing but God.
Yes.
And he wants you to get your message out. It's
Yes,
so
ma'am.
important. I mean,
Yes.
because it's crucial to our life. It's crucial. And so, all right then, Keto Granny. Thank you
Yes,
for
yes.
joining the panel. I my whole point of my channel is to have dialogue about aging, about all kinds of topics, sharing my journey. And so Tuesday's now going to be my panel Tuesday. I want to try to have a panel, but if not, I'll be here by myself
And that's a good
because
thing,
I
though. That's a
feel
good
like,
thing. Yes.
yes, because I feel I'm on a mission and I expire to inspire before I expire.
I
And
love,
just
Right.
I mean,
I love that.
I'm just so happy now. I'm just so elated because this Holy Spirit brought this to me I mean, y'all agreed in 2 days' time, and to ask each one. And the story, your testimony, Miriam, is just awesome.
Yes, it is.
Please welcome, audience. I'm sorry I haven't been able to acknowledge you, but I appreciate you coming in. But on the replay, oh, I gotta play this again because you said 100 and how many pounds, Miriam?
I've lost exactly 108 pounds now.
That is
That
awesome.
is good.
Awesome.
That is
Awesome.
good.
Awesome. And how much
no,
time?
no exercise, just using food, just food.
Ooh, that
great.
let me repeat that. Because of the 3 vertebrae, how did you say it, Miriam?
I'm sorry.
Because of your back, what is it? 3?
Yes, I had 3 herniated discs in my
Okay, 3
spine.
herniated discs.
Yes.
She's
And I was
unable to exercise.
Yes, and I was due for invasive surgery, but at the moment, my doctors cannot even figure out how they disappeared. But they're no longer
Wow.
there. Yeah.
That is awesome.
This is miraculous, isn't it?
Yes,
It is. It
it
really
is.
is. It really is.
Oh, all right. Now we're going to but thank everyone for coming in. You made my evening. These 2 ladies, 2 days ago, this came on my heart, and I asked them, reached out, and they said yes. They said yes to come on the kickoff of my panel Tuesday. So I'm glad you got in, Keto Granny.
Yes, I am too. I know how to do this from now on.
All right. and like I told you, trial and error, and we just gonna keep at it until we get it, because I'm new to doing it too,
Uh-huh.
And so, but we get better with practice. We get better with practice.
That's right.
And now Miriam, she's going to download StreamYard.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I am.
okay. Yeah, it's good to have StreamYard. I'm enjoying it. I'm learning how to use it also.
Okay. So now the questions, Keto Granny, is as we share our healthy lifestyle, when did you start your journey? Have you achieved your goal? Why did you start your YouTube channel? And I can repeat those. So if you just want to go with when did you start your journey?
Okay. So I started my weight loss. I feel like I've been on a weight loss journey just about all of my life, because I've always been the big girl in the bunch, the heaviest one out the bunch. Yeah. Always been, that's always been me. So, but I got serious about losing weight in February of around, well, I would say around 2017. And I learned about the ketogenic diet. I did research on it because I was pre-diabetic. My doctor told me he was getting ready to start me on a diabetic pill. I guess it was called Diabeta.
Okay.
That scared me. I did not want to be diabetic because all my life, like I heard Miriam say, that I watched people die from diabetes. I watched people get their legs cut off, toes cut off, and that wasn't something that I wanted for myself. Also, I learned about the ketogenic diet, and I learned that you could reverse diabetes with the ketogenic diet. If you did it correctly, you would be able to reverse diabetes. And also, there were a lot of other different diseases and chronic diseases that it helped heal your body of that I also was suffering with. So once I learned that food could be used like that, I just kept doing a lot of research to make sure. I even went through a course to become a certified keto coach because I really wanted to learn how food played an important part in weight loss, in our health, and just in different ways in our life. So that taught me that food can almost be used like medicine. That was the way I kind of looked at it.
Yes.
Food could be used like medicine depending on what you took, the foods that you ate. You can reverse your chronic diseases, some of them. So for me, it was the diabetes. I wanted to control my high blood pressure better. I, I also have herniated and bad disc in my back, rotator cuff pain, just a whole lot of different things going on where I had to retire from my job as disabled. So I just wanted to learn how to heal my body. And then also being overweight, I was weighing 368 pounds. I wanted people to know, even though you were weighing close to 400 pounds, you can feel like that is so impossible to do, to lose weight, where you actually can actually start walking around. Because I was at the point that I was in bed all the time.
Yeah.
I was using a walker, canes, different things like that to
Sounds
walk.
good.
Um, and everything hurt. It just hurt to move. You could touch my body with your hand. It was like I had this, I think it was called something like rhabdomyolysis, something like that. But you could touch my body with your hands, and it just hurt to touch my skin, almost like fibromyalgia. I guess it was kind of something like that. But I learned that by eating food, I could heal my body. And like she said, when I first started, I started off by going out and just walking. Simply adding in walking to my weight loss journey. And that was a struggle to walk. But when I started walking the first time, I think I walked about a block. I was going away from home for about an hour. So they thought I was really out walking. I was down the way sitting on a bench. So I got up and I made my way back home. But every time that I went out, I walked a little bit further. And I kept doing that until I was able to walk like the whole stretch and then come back home. So
Okay.
Wow.
food can really heal your body. And then right now I've been trying this diet called the carnivore diet. I don't know if probably, I'm sure everybody's probably heard, it's a form of the keto diet also. But for me, what works the best was just basically eating meats and then eating a lot of vegetables and just adding in healthy oils with that. And that worked really good for me, where I was able to lose over 100 pounds in 6 months. I mean, it was in 4 months, I lost 60 pounds doing the
Wow.
ketogenic diet. So I averaged like 15 pounds a month when I first started on my weight loss journey. And within 9 months, I had lost 100 pounds. Then after that, everything kind of slowed down. I think it took about a year, so I lost like 20 something more and everything. But I've been able to keep off my 100 pounds weight
Yes.
for like years. So that's something that I'm really proud of. But I do have additional weight that I want to lose also. So I am looking at different ways. Now I'm doing like, I do a lot of like the carnivore diet or protein sparing modified fasting. And that has helped me get my scale moving again. So I add in a lot of that to the way that I eat now.
Okay.
And then you also asked, have I
Have
changed?
you achieved? Well, I guess you haven't achieved your goal since you said
Right.
that you've got more weight you want to lose. So
My
then,
goal is to get to 199. So I still have 38 pounds to get to that 199. So that's what I'm working on. And like you said, I like to do mine by December the 31st, at least also.
okay.
Now, for me, as far as starting my YouTube, I believe I started my YouTube channel, it was in 2018. So I've been on here for quite a while, for 4 years, because I know they just sent me something, said I had a 4 year anniversary. So I've been
Congratulations.
on 4 years, and I finally got monetized. I just got monetized. It's been about a month and a half ago. So
Congratulations
thank
again.
you, thank you. So this is all new to me, and I'm still learning, like, and different things like that. But also, I just wanted people to know I'm 68 years old. You can lose weight at any age if you put your mind to it. You
Yes.
just have to be disciplined. I believe discipline is the most important thing that you have to do in order to lose weight. And it doesn't take a lot to get there, but it's not easy, but you just stay focused and you can do it.
All right then. Thank you. Thank you. Before I share my journey, I want to ask y'all a question. Now, you said you're 68. I'm
Mhm.
71. I'm going to be 72
You look
in July.
good. Yes, you look good. Yes,
So,
you do.
hey, I got to ask these questions
Uh-huh.
quickly. But since you both have lost over 100 pounds, because my total goal is 50 pounds, but I'm concerned and I'm trying to go slow because I'm trying to tone as I go. What have you done about the skin? Now, Miriam, you're younger, so
Yes,
maybe
ma'am.
that's not much, but I know as we get older, it may not.
Right. What I do as far as trying to keep my elasticity for my skin, I use olive oil. I don't use lotions or creams on my skin. I use olive oil. And that does help as far as my elasticity with my skin. Also, now my worst part, I always tell everybody, this is the worst thing for me are these, I call them bat wings. That's what they
You're
call
right.
them.
That's what they call them,
So
wings.
they are getting better though. They are getting better. I have added in more weights is what I'm working on adding in. And a lot of people ask me, they say, are you going to have weight the surgery as far as removing the skin? I told them, no, not at my age. I'm not having all that done.
Hey,
No,
that's me. I
no,
don't want no cutting.
I'm not worried about all that. So, no, that is not something that's in my repertoire right there. So, you know, I tell people don't let the fact that you're going to have some loose skin or a little bit flabby skin deter you from losing weight and being as healthy as you can be. Okay, you can live with that if you're young enough and you want to go through that surgery and different things, you can do that. But there are other options that you can use
And
for that.
even with, I want to say that even with, I haven't undergone any surgery, and
Right,
I found out that using fasting can actually help with the elasticity of the skin. So throughout my journey, what I did was I incorporated intermittent fasting, and I don't practice keto. I just practice a very low carb diet.
right.
And I coupled it up with intermittent fasting. So throughout my journey, sometimes I would do the regular 16-8. Sometimes I'll kick it up a notch depending on what I can tolerate to about maybe 24 or 22-2 or something like that. But then from time to time, I do 24-hour fast, and it has done wonders for the elasticity of my skin. I really can't say, but like you said, I am younger, so it is.
But
I really haven't experienced a lot of loose skin. So, like Keto Granny said, don't let loose skin deteriorate you. I know there's a lot of information out there that says
yeah,
a lot, but if even you get a little bit of loose skin, yes, you will have some wobbling here and there, but at least you're healthy. That's the
right.
ultimate goal. And
That's
if you
right.
practice intermittent fasting with everything you're doing, if you're younger, really helps with the elasticity of the skin. So don't let that discourage you at all.
That's right. The intermittent fasting helps a lot with the loose skin. It does. It does.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because I'm utilizing intermittent fasting. And also, I try to practice, fasting once a week, 24 hours. I've tried to get up. I'm
Awesome.
trying to work my way up to maybe 36, but I can do 24.
Uh-huh. That's
That's
how I am. I can do
good.
the 24, yeah,
I
but
can
the
do
36 or more
24,
is hard for me.
so all right, well, at this time, I want to just share so I don't forget what I had been advertised. I used that as a thumbnail. Just a moment here. I want to change this back. Okay. I used the thumbnail 30-minute workout every morning. So I utilized total body walking video. There's 3 videos. Leslie Saison, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and there's a total of 2 miles. So in November, I was hospitalized the Tuesday before Thanksgiving with my blood glucose was over 500, 557.
Mm-hmm.
and my A1C was a 13.4. And so immediately they put me on insulin. So I couldn't say anything because I was originally diagnosed December 2016 with the type 2 diabetes. And at that time, my A1C was maybe a 10.4. So in 3 months, I had gotten it down. I had gotten it down and I didn't go on any medication. And I managed it well for a couple of years. But then when the pandemic hit, I fell off the wagon. That's all I can say. I was eating, drinking pop. So I'm addicted to pop. So this time around, I can't touch pop. I had a
Mm-hmm.
pop when I did a road trip. I needed some Mountain Dew, but I have said I cannot. I brought pop back into my diet when the first time I got my blood glucose under control. But I know now, it just I'll go from 1 to 2 to 3. So
Oh
I
yeah,
can't do it,
yeah.
But right now, let me stay on focus here. So I'm hospitalized in November, and they immediately put me on insulin, and I had to take 35. I had some good doctors. I praise God because I ended up going through the hospital through emergency, but He blessed me with some good hospital specialists. Because nowadays when you go to hospital, they got their staff who takes care of you. Your doctor does not come in to take care of you. But I had some good doctors. And so he worked and he took his time to not giving me too much insulin. And one time I thought I was gonna OD this one night on insulin. They kept giving me 10 more, 10 more. And I didn't know anything about insulin. The first go around, I never checked my blood glucose. I just depended on going every 3 months
Mm-hmm.
and letting them check it at the lab. But I exercised. I knew what to do to get it down. So that first time I exercised and everything, watch what I was eating, introduced apple cider vinegar, so. But I fell off the wagon. I started eating bad, wasn't exercising. Exercising is so important. It is so important. I commend you, Miriam, that you are able to do what you did without exercising. But I think you are an exception to the norm. So, but I know now I have to exercise. So in November, when I got discharged from the hospital, that Friday after Thanksgiving, I looked at it like God gave me the opportunity for some additional time. I had prayed to God and I had asked Him for 70 years, 70, according to the Bible, with good health, and then just allow me to lay down and sleep away. No chronic illness or anything. And so I was okay. If He would have taken me there in that hospital, I was okay. I had everything in order and everything. So I look at it, He didn't take me. He gave me some more time. And so I'm on a mission. I'm on assignment for the kingdom of God to get out here in these YouTube streets, as they call them, and share my journey. So now I come home and I'm on insulin, never injected myself before, having to learn all of that, just being patient. It's so funny. The day that I got discharged, it was one nurse was on, but she went home early, and another nurse came on, and he took time and explained things to me. So when I get home, I hadn't actually taken my blood glucose. They tried to train me in the hospital, and it went down so low, so quick. I called him back. I said, I don't think this monitor is working. I don't think this monitor is working. I had been taking my blood glucose. That was amazing. That quick.
Wow.
I was at 200 and something, before getting discharged. Then I come home and I check it and I'm down to 100 and something. But it's the food. It's how we eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that in the hospital. I was eating all that stuff, all the foods and the carbs that they were saying, Miriam. Oh, I, I said to myself, if I got to work this hard to figure out how much insulin I got to take, then I can just add a little more effort and I can come off of this insulin.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I was on insulin. Okay, I November 22nd, they put me immediately on insulin. By December 28th, I was off insulin. And I took myself off insulin because
Yes.
I went out, I did over 200. Look at my binder. Look at my binder. I
Wow.
documented everything that I ate. I documented everything that I drink. I documented all my exercising. When I had to go back in 10 days to see the doctor, this was one of the hospital specialists, and he was so impressed with my summary sheet that I had and everything. So when I left the hospital, the one doctor gave me a goal of 120 to 140 for my blood glucose. So when I went in to see him, he said, "Oh, we can give you 100, and I know you can do it, And so I said, okay. So I set to go that I'm going to get 100 as my fasting blood glucose. So I did that, but I did it with intermittent fasting. And like you said, Miriam, the one thing I was doing, like they say, 3 meals, 3 snacks or something like that. But I learned that I had to let my blood glucose go back to a fasting level before I ate again.
Exactly.
Because otherwise you just compounding it.
And your insulin never goes down.
Exactly. So I would not eat until my blood glucose went back. And what I did, about 5 hours, it would take it to go back, because I didn't start the intermittent fasting to maybe 3 weeks into my journey. So, but I was eating the 3 meals, but I wouldn't eat any snacks. I didn't snack. And then I found out that I do better if I had my last meal between 3 and 4. So then I got that long period of time that I'm not eating. So that's why I had to get up in the middle of the night to make sure that my blood glucose didn't drop too low, because when I was taking the insulin.
Yes.
And so, and that's when I decided, I kept weaning it down, because I said, they already told me dropping under 70 is bad.
Yeah, and that's what they did to me, actually, because I was on insulin too. It was so bad. They put me on insulin. I was not on the pills, or it was straight up insulin. So I shot insulin into me, you know, and I noticed that when I started the healthier lifestyle and cutting out the carbs and increasing my fiber intake, intermittent fasting, I realized my blood sugar levels were dropping below normal. Now, when I went to my doctor and I said, my blood sugar levels have been falling below normal, so I think my insulin should be adjusted. And all they could tell me is, no, you have to keep eating, because as you are pushing in the insulin, it will drop your blood sugar. So you have to keep eating. It did not make sense to me.
No.
So at some point, I took myself off insulin.
Yes.
And I'm still here.
And I felt comfortable to do that because a type 1 diabetes, they figure out how much insulin to take. They had given me at the hospital a chart. If it goes this amount, you take this much.
Yes.
Because I was on long term, which I took first thing in the morning, and that's supposed to stabilize for 24 hours, the one I was on. And then I had the short active, depending on where my blood glucose level was when I'm getting ready to eat. So coming out of the hospital with what I was doing, I didn't eat till it dropped. I didn't have to take, I wasn't taking the short active. I was just taking a long active. And then, when I got to get up in the middle of the night to check that, so I don't drop under 70, I said, I don't need this.
Exactly.
I don't. And so when I went back, I did it. I gradually weaned myself down, because I was 35. I went to 20. I went to 10. And so when I was getting ready to go back to the doctor, I stopped taking it. And so he said, well, fine, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
But, it's like I said, I'm type 2. If a type 1 can do this and figure out how much they can take and what they don't need to take, then as a type 2, I should have the same option to do that. So now I'm off the insulin
That's good.
December 28th.
That's
Yes.
good. Yes.
No meds.
Congratulations.
No meds. And so my goal, I set a goal and I looked at those goals every day. And the one was to lose weight 20 pounds by February 25th. And I was going in to see the doctor that following week. And so I lost that 20 pounds. It went quick. And, like you were saying, the body will plateau. The body would
Yeah.
plateau. And so, but I wanted to do the 20 and I wasn't caring then about the loose skin. I needed to do that 20. I felt like to get my body down so that, I can handle and monitor my insulin resistance. And so when I went into the doctor and got my lab, my A1C was a 6.4 and my average glucose was like a 109.
Wow.
That's
And
good. Yes.
that was from November to February the 26th or 27th. I did the lab. Now I said to my doctor, I said, well, my goal now, I want a 5.1.
And yes,
I want
possible.
so that they can say that, I don't have, type 2 diabetes, because 6.4 you consider
Yeah.
pre-diabetic,
Yeah.
So
Right. That's what I was
said,
at.
Yeah.
and
I was
so
at
And Golden Girl, it
6.4.
is possible because when I started at an A1C of 9.4, I dropped it to 6.3 in
Mhm.
3 months. At the time, I had stopped taking medication. So I knew I had no choice but to live a healthy lifestyle with food. And then the next 3 months, I dropped it to a 5.6. So it is really possible. It can be done. We are
Yes, it
told
can.
all the time that it is not possible because diabetes is a chronic progressive disease. It is only progressive if you don't do anything about it. But it
That's
is
right.
not necessarily chronic because it can be reversed if only you put in the work.
And
And
what I
really,
say to anyone, I said, what works for me won't necessarily work for you. You've got to figure out what works for your body, because some people will have to take medication, but
yeah,
they could maybe reduce it with,
over
more of
time.
a healthy
Yeah.
eating. I did meal prep, meal planning. Now, where I am right now, I
Right.
am week 23. And so I lost the 20 pounds. So right now I'm down about 23. I've gotten to 25. But I want to be a healthy eater and a happy eater. Now, the one
Right.
thing that a
Right.
dietitian said to me when I was in the hospital, she said, you need to come up with a plan that you can live with. Where the last time I was being too strict, even the doctor, when I went back the second time, he told me I needed to have more sugar because it was dropping. It was, dropping,
Yeah.
I was going under 70, and he was saying more glue. And I'm saying, no, I just need to stop taking the medicine.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And that is why there's so many healthier options out there. And that is why I've started sharing or currently sharing on my channel the replacements, the food replacements that I used. Because there's so many things that we can eat that are better for us that we can use to substitute all these other things that are not so good for us. But funny enough, you don't hear them talking a lot about that, but then they talk more about what we cannot eat. Because throughout my journey, the problem I was having is you're telling me everything I cannot eat. So what can I eat?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I found out, and that's why I'm sharing a lot of the recipes that I use to help me reverse it, because a lot of people know what they cannot do, but what can they do? What can
Right.
they eat?
So
That
true.
information is not readily available. And
It's not.
That's what makes it easier for people to follow if they have that information
exactly,
available about what you can eat, what you can do, and
exactly.
what to
So
expect.
then that way they can make it work for them. And that is the gap I'm trying to bridge, because that was a challenge for me. You're telling me everything that is not good for me. So what is good for me? Give me examples, make it practical. And that is what we do not have.
Yes. And see,
So,
this is so good because this is what I want to do because people suffer in private. They don't, I'm transparent. I done told it all because that's the agreement I got with God that I gotta
Mhm.
tell it all and He gonna take care of me.
oh, yes.
And
Yes.
so, but everybody's so private. They don't want anybody to know that if they got diabetes. They
Yeah,
don't want anyone to know if they got high blood pressure. They don't want anyone to know that they're suffering.
yeah,
And so then they suffer, and maybe somebody else has, journeyed that way, and they could share
yeah.
and they could learn something. I said we can learn from each other, that we can
Yes, we
learn
can.
from each other. But the way where I am right now, I'm in week 23. I need to lose 7 pounds by May 27th. So this week I'm going back hard. That regiment that got me
Yeah,
that 20 pounds. Now I'm ready to get these 7 pounds because I've been toning.
You can
I
do
do
it.
the
yeah.
facial exercises and
You can
everything.
do it. Yes, you can. You can do it. Yes, you can.
But Golden Girl, I have a challenge going on my channel right now.
Do you?
I do. I have. So throughout my journey, even though I use food, there were certain weeks where I challenged myself and did a little more. I talk about all these short-term diets and then the short-lived diets, and they're exactly what they are. They are short-term. They are not sustainable long-term. So when I found out the sustainable long-term lifestyle that I wanted to have, of having a low carb, high fiber, high protein lifestyle with intermittent fasting, from time to time I would challenge myself and then do a week of no simple sugars, no carbs, no simple carbs, no simple sugars. I will do a high fiber diet or a high protein diet coupled with intermittent fasting, and then I'll see what happens. And that is how I came up with all these recipes, because the foods are there, but what to make it into sometimes is a challenge. And so my journey led me to a whole different chapter of my life where I could combine all these great foods to make these delicious meals. And so I never really went hungry. I tell people all the time, I never starved myself. I eat a lot.
I never
Like,
saw
I'm a
myself.
foodie. I love food. I eat, but I eat more of the right things. And
And
it
that's
has been,
key. That's
yes,
key.
I eat
The
more of
right
the right
thing.
things. And it's been so easy for me to transition into this lifestyle. So having those challenges is wonderful because it really helped quicken and speed in the process for me as well, while building a sustainable way to live that would work for me.
And
And
then
see,
I want to
that's what
say,
I. Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead, Keto
oh
baby.
no, I was going to say, because for keto, a lot of people tend to think that the keto lifestyle is not sustainable.
Mm,
But I want to say that keto is sustainable because all it basically is you're eating your meats and you're eating basically vegetables and adding in healthy oils. That
right.
is basically what the ketogenic diet is. A lot of people seem to think it's something where you got all these special foods and different things that you're eating at these foods. But what it is that you're just switching the type of energy that your body is using and burning. It's
Mm,
very sustainable. Here lately, I have been trying the carnivore diet, and for me, it's an easy diet. But for others, that's why I tell people you have to find something that is sustainable for you, something that agrees for you, and something that works for you. What works for one person is not going to work for everybody.
Yes.
Your journey may look the same, but it's going to be different because it has to be individualized to fit your lifestyle and to fit
Yes.
your journey.
Yes. And it's okay to try different things,
Yeah.
even if
Yes, it
they
is.
do not work. You try
Yes.
different things, and eventually you will find what works for you. And what I try to talk people out of is when you try the different things and it does not succeed, don't give up.
That's right.
Don't give up on it. Don't give up on yourself. Because for me, throughout my journey, I realized that no matter how many times I failed, no matter how many times I set a goal for myself that I did not achieve it,
Yes.
it does not mean I have failed if I am still pushing through it, if
Yes.
I'm still
Right.
striving and working hard towards it.
Keep going.
Only
That's right. Keep
that's
on going. Don't
only
never give up.
failed when I give up on myself. So when you give up and you quit, that is when you have failed. But you will have stumbling blocks. You will have roadblocks. There'll be times when you wouldn't want to eat healthy. I don't eat healthy all the time. Even
Same here.
now, today
Yeah.
I had me some
Yeah.
chips. I don't eat healthy all the time. It's not
But
sometimes.
you got to know when to come back. When
Right.
to
You
That's
come
you
right.
back.
have
That's
to
right.
know
You
when
got to
to
know when
come
to
back.
stop.
You have to give yourself a break. You have to cut yourself some slack.
Yeah.
The most important thing to know is that even when you have fallen, you still have to get back on your regimen.
Yes.
Because anytime you fall, it gets you one step closer to success. You cannot quit. You cannot give up. And I
No, you
always
cannot.
use,
Document. Document.
That's right. You cannot
yes,
give
you
up.
cannot. And I always use KFC as an example. If he had quit, there would be no KFC today. He went to how many people to try and advertise his chicken? Everybody turned him down,
Yeah.
but he did not give up. And that's why we do have KFC today. And I apply that to my life because in everything that I do in this life, if I quit, the darkest, my mother used to tell me something all the time that the darkest part of the night is before dawn. At the time when your breakthrough is coming, that is when you face the most tribulations.
Yes.
But that is the time to fight the more. The more you fight
Mhm.
and the more you do not give up, despite how many times you fall, the more you should know that you're getting closer to success. And as
That's
Yes.
long
right.
as you
That's
do
right.
not
That's
quit,
right.
you are
Speak the
going,
word, Miriam.
Yeah.
you are going to
We're going to
That's
church
right.
here.
yes, ma'am. Oh Lord.
And that's why it's up to us to really give people encouragement to let them know that
Yes.
they can do it. You
Yes.
know, we need to encourage everyone to let them know that they can do. When you fail, just get up and keep going.
Just get
Yes.
up.
Get
Yeah.
up and keep going, and you will reach your goal.
Yes.
Right.
And it's like I was so determined that I wasn't going to regain those 20 pounds. So, it's like, okay, I knew I was going to be going slow, but I needed some extra pounds in there.
Yeah,
So, the scale been going up and down, but I still hadn't fallen under those 20 pounds. See, I done played that game many, many
yeah,
times.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so it was like, no, because, hey, you
Come on.
talking about if I need to a 48-hour fast before I go under that 20 pound, that I've lost, because it's like
Right.
Yeah,
but I weigh myself every day. I was checking my blood glucose 6 times a day, but I'm just checking it now, just in the morning, the fasting one. And so, but I weigh myself every day, because if I see a problem, I'm getting on it real quick. It's
that's
like,
good. Yeah,
because
yeah.
it goes up and down every day. My weight is up
Yeah.
and down, up and down. So, I can't let it go up too far
Yeah.
before I need to come back down. But
For
right
sure.
now, what I'm doing for the next 4 weeks is that, and I got up at 5 o'clock this morning to do this because
Wow.
I go to the Y 3 times a week doing a 30-minute aquatic workout, because Swimming for me works all the body muscles,
Yeah, that's a good one.
And so my biggest thing, I'm trying to tone the skin. I'm trying to tone.
Yeah. Swimming is good for that. Yeah.
And so, but I got up at 5 o'clock to do that total body walking video, 2 miles. And so that helped me. That helped me tremendously because I did it faithfully when I was trying to lose that 20 pounds. And I was walking down my blood glucose because I would get up and exercise before I would check the blood glucose and I was going to eat. And so my own plan, not that one that you need to eat within. And so I would exercise if my blood glucose wasn't, especially when they said I needed to take that fast acting insulin at 120. So I needed it to go down because I was bothered by that Down phenomena. Between 4 and 8, my blood glucose would go up.
Yeah.
And I hadn't eaten or taken anything, other than some water. So, these are the things you learn in your body. You got to learn your body and manage what's going on with your body. And I did. I'm telling you, hey, this is why I want to build my YouTube channel. I watched over 200 hours of videos on YouTube, searching, Googling, to self-educate myself about type 2 diabetes, which I didn't do the first go around, but I'm educated now. I am educated. I am educated. And and this is good. I'm going to have you ladies come back because it's so much.
I would be glad to.
It's so much that we can share. I mean, who would have ever thought that we both, all three of us, had some touch or experience with diabetes? I knew you did, Miriam, from your channel, but I didn't know you did, Keto Granny.
Yeah, just the pre-diabetes, because I was determined not to have diabetes and have to go through all of that. I took mine from 6.4 down to 5.4 is what it is now. So I'm satisfied with that.
And see, I'm talking to my son, and he's swimming now too, my oldest son, because I'm talking to my children and saying, okay, my dad had type 2 diabetes, so it could be some hereditary here, so they need to get to exercising, that exercising has to become a part of our regimen. I mean, I drive 24 miles 3 times a week to go to the Y because the one close to me doesn't accept my silver sneakers. But I said, that's still cheaper than buying that monthly insulin,
Yeah.
My insulin is going to cost me $120 a month. My copay, I'm part of it. So, that's the way I said, that's still cheaper than buying insulin,
Yeah,
that's true. My father, he lost his leg to diabetes. So and he was on crutches before he had passed. So yeah, that's something that I just,
And see, my dad.
You ladies are doing great, and I commend you on that. Yes.
But my dad, he had a surgery, had a hernia, and then he came off. He had an oral medication. And so then he was able to come off of that. But there's something that I want my children to be aware of, that it is real. It is. And I wish my doctor, the one doctor, when I got myself self-educated, she was talking to me about getting more sleep, which that was a goal. Sleep is important. And see, I was at the point when my blood glucose got up high. I'm praying, but I had to talk with God, okay, I got to let this prayer time go because I need to try to learn how to sleep between, 12 and 4. That was my prayer watch time. So, but, she had talked to me about getting 8 hours of sleep. She had talked to me about orange juice, but I wish she would have just told me you pre-diabetic,
Don't drink that.
I mean, I wish. And my one girlfriend, I was talking to her, and she said, "Well, you didn't look at your numbers." And I said, no, I guess not. but listening, doing all this studying, that's
Yeah.
where her conversation was going, but why didn't she just say you pre-diabetic?
And that's the thing. Most of the time, they do not say it. They will
Mhm.
tell you, oh, you need to change certain things. And that's what happened to me when I had gestational during the time when I was having my kids. Just tell me, look, you have just gestational diabetes that can blow up into full-blown diabetes. But then you're told, oh, it's just your hormones. It'll be okay. Just change some things here and there. You'll be fine. They really make it as though it is not a big deal, but it is.
Mhm.
And the
Mhm.
thing
Yes,
is,
because you need to get it before it
yeah,
goes to
That's right.
type
That's
2.
right.
exactly.
That's right.
And I what baffles me is the fact that they do not even talk about insulin resistance, because before you have gestational diabetes, before you have prediabetes, you are insulin resistant. You can be
Mhm.
insulin
Mhm.
resistant for years without knowing that you are. But nobody talks about that.
Mhm.
Nobody tests for that. But those are the underlying conditions for diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, amputations,
All of
blindness.
that.
It's the underlying cause for all of that, even heart
High
attacks.
insulin. Yes,
But
it is.
that is not spoken about. That is what baffles me, you know?
Yes.
It's funny, but you find more of the YouTube doctors talking about high insulin than you find the regular doctors talking about it.
Yes,
And then
exactly.
and then they try to put you down because you're listening to the YouTube doctors.
Yes.
But
But they
let
have
me
a lot more information than some of the regular doctors. I really hate to
yes.
say
Yeah.
that, but that is true.
Yes.
But you know what I found out? That they're not trained. They're not
No,
trained. They
no,
only trained to give that pat. What
right.
they were saying. And, I was told to this was my instruction coming out of hospital. 3 meals, 2 snacks, between they gave me, I think, between 210 and 260 or 280 carbs. So I was to divide those carbs up. So then, I'm talking to a friend of mine. She's majored in nutrition dietetics. So she asked, so then I called the dietitian back at the hospital. Now, I'm thinking I done got some information that is tailored for me.
Hmm.
She tell me she couldn't answer my one question, but this just something that they just tell people.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean, and I
general.
said, I'm
Mhm.
trying to follow this, thinking you then
Yeah.
developed the plan just for me.
They're general
yeah,
statements. It's
yeah.
blanket
They
for
are.
everybody. It's never
No
tailored
mistake.
to you. They have studied it. This is what works. So that's what they tell you. But as to
Right.
whether it would work for you or not,
And
it's
so
not.
I
Yeah.
was trying to do that. And then I had to tell them, I can't get this many carbs in. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you ladies, to me, it sounds like to me, since I have never been all the way diabetic, it almost sounds like you're just talking about the standard American diet to me. So I may be wrong sitting here, but I'm like, that sounds like the standard American diet. Three
Yeah.
meals a day, two snacks in between.
and 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 that's where people are getting to be diabetic and getting to be
Yes,
obese,
yes.
because when I was growing up, we're more active. you you
Hmm.
you you, you burn all that off. But now, most people sitting at a job or something like that, you're not out
Behind a desk.
plowing in the
Right,
fields, or
right, right,
kids aren't out running around,
right,
from the time that they get home. They
right.
sitting down somewhere. You can't eat like that.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
they say what, 2,000 calories. It, I
A day when
right.
you are not burning anything.
I I I
Who's supposed to eat
quickly.
2,000
I said
calories a
I
day and no
cannot
exercise?
eat no
Not
two
doing
cal.
anything.
That's why I'm obese, thinking I can eat 2,000
Wow,
calories a day.
that's a lot.
Everything, you pick up a box or something, it said 2,000. I thought I could eat 2,000 calories a day. That That's why I got to be obese.
Well, probably when
Yeah,
we were obese, we were eating 2,000 calories a day
yeah, and
very,
the
very
thing is,
easily. Because
if
I
you're
know
not
some days I
eating
ate a lot more than 2,000 calories a day when I was
exactly,
obese.
that's
4 and
what I was
5
gonna
probably.
say. Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's so many things
Yes.
that we eat now. 2,000
Yes.
calories is nothing. If you take
It's
a donut,
nothing.
if you
That's
take a
right.
muffin, and if you take a
Yes.
piece of cake, boom, that's 2,000 calories.
Exactly.
Don't forget the ice
Exactly.
And
cream.
that's just one each.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That, that's.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
one video. I said how I got to be obese.
I hear a lot of
Yeah,
times people
Please,
say,
with
wait. Let me say this, ladies. If
uh-huh.
we don't say anything else this evening, do not eat 2,000 calories a day.
That's right. Do not eat
And the thing is,
2,000
if you're
calories a
eating
day.
the right things, 2,000 calories is a lot.
That's a lot. A
That's if you're
lot.
eating the right things. But when you're eating all of the wrong things, believe you me, I've been there. You can eat 5,000, 6,000 calories without knowing you're eating
Right.
5,000,
Exactly.
6,000 calories. And the thing is, at the moment, sugar has been sneaked in everything that we eat, our cereals, popcorn,
Even
syrup,
our meats.
even our meat,
Even our meats.
everything. So we have all this added sugar on top of all the sugar in our even in our fruits and our vegetables, and we wonder why America is sick,
That's right. That's
Yes.
right.
you know? So
Well, ladies, this has been great. I'm gonna have you back. Please come back because
Yes,
this
and
is.
I'm also starting something like this. I want you ladies to come to my show
Oh,
also.
sure,
yes,
anytime.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Because with that guest destination, you got to get it, Miriam,
okay,
and then
Yes.
we all get the same
Right,
time.
right, right,
okay,
right, right.
okay, okay. I will.
Yeah,
And now I know how to
yeah.
come
We
in and do
we.
all that too. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just
Great.
thank God for putting this on my heart, and I thank God for you. I mean, this is what you have helped me to achieve my goal. I've been praying to get an audience, when on my panel, because I come live and it's just me sometimes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
but I said, I'm not going to give up.
That's
I
right.
feel what I've got to share is important.
That's right.
And then to just tell you about my channel, I started my channel last year, January 2022. And I started because I was taking my family to hosting in Hawaii the month of June. So I wanted to document it. And so traveling is my passion. That's one of my niches. Aging, embracing the golden years and beyond. That's my second niche. My third niche, I fell into that, healthy lifestyle weight loss journey. And my fourth one, which was by accident, is swimsuit modeling.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
I like that.
But I wanna ask y'all something because I felt like I was aging matronly, but
And
now I'm aging sassy.
I know
oh
what you're
yeah.
talking about.
Sassy Anita.
Yeah, I told my husband I got to change my name to Keto Gigi.
Right. But let me ask you this, because I feel better about myself. I do.
Yes, you
Have
do.
you
Yeah.
experienced that?
With your goals.
Yes.
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 Once you start reaching your goals and you just start feeling better about yourself. I
mean,
do. It
I feel
shows. It
yes,
just exudes from you.
that's right.
As you get healthier, it's gonna exude from you. Everybody's gonna be able to see it.
Yes, I feel stronger. I
Yes.
feel better. I'm able to get up and play with my kids anytime
Yeah.
I can. It's just, it elates you to know that you have been able to achieve something that was deemed impossible. So it's just hitting your goals, striving for what you believe in, and just not giving up.
Hmm.
That's what it is.
Well,
It
we're
just gives
going
you a
to
different.
end this. This has been awesome. I cannot thank you,
Yes,
ladies,
ma'am.
enough.
But
Yes, it has been
before
awesome.
we end it, I want to say that this Friday, because so many people have so many questions, this Friday I have a live Q&A on my channel at
Okay.
11 a.m. Central. So if
Okay.
you can make it, that would be great.
Okay.
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 Okay. All right.
Can you I'll look because what I do when I go in, I go in and I try to see who's live that I'm subscribed to.
Right. Okay.
I have never caught
Okay.
you live, Miriam,
No,
but
this
I
is
have
my
caught
first
Keto
time.
Granny live.
This is
Okay.
my first time because so many people have had so many questions with respect to my journey and the things I did and how I managed, especially with four little kids. I have my
You have
Oh,
yeah,
four? Okay.
my
okay.
oldest is 9 and my youngest is 2. So
Oh, okay.
it has been challenging. I mean, I gave birth later in life, but
Okay.
it's been quite a journey. And so there have been so many questions. So I decided to do a live. It would be my first live. I've never done a live. All this social media is very new to me because I was not on social media before I
Hmm.
started YouTube. So, but this is
That's
what
me
God
too.
laid on my heart to do,
Yes.
if
Yes.
even it would save one person. And so I'm learning as I go. But yeah, we will be having our very first live on Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time. Hopefully, I'm able to answer most of the questions on people's hearts, and it'll be nice.
Now, what are you
Okay.
using to stream on? What are you using?
Um, I'm going to use YouTube. That's all I know.
But you should try StreamYard because you can get that before Friday. If you
Okay,
go in now and download it, I think it
okay,
takes 24 hours.
okay, okay. I
And
will try that.
I have found that StreamYard is so much more user friendly to me than YouTube.
Okay, okay.
What's your
I will
thought? What's
definitely.
your thought, Keto Granny?
Yeah, now that I'm learning how to use StreamYard more, it is better than the YouTube. YouTube, I really freeze a lot and
Oh
buffer a lot when I use the YouTube. But since I have gotten the StreamYard and I plug it directly in, I have a cable that runs like from my Wi-Fi box to my computer, and it works good. See, it's working. Normally I'd freeze, so it's working really
wow.
good. The StreamYard.
And
Okay.
then you can also with StreamYard. I don't know if I heard you say you new to social media, but I don't know if you have any other platforms,
Oh,
Facebook or
I use
Oh,
Streamlabs sometime.
oh, stream maps.
Yeah, but that may be
Okay.
something a little different. I'm still learning about these different programs.
but do you have a Facebook page, Miriam?
I do, but like I said, I have been off of social media for over a decade.
Okay,
So,
okay. But yeah,
so
I really
I'm
strongly
still learning.
I still strongly suggest that you try to download StreamYard and use
Okay.
that for Friday. I just think
Okay.
it will help you go smoother because
Okay.
you once you download it, you can go in and practice. You could
Okay.
and you can watch a YouTube video to tell you how to do it. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I do too. That's how I learned is by watching the YouTube
Right.
videos. I actually got on before you started this and watched how to do all this and went to StreamYard and set it up. And then when it was time to go, I messed up.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try all of them, try my hands on all of them. I'll try YouTube,
Yeah.
I'll try StreamYard, and see whichever one that works. But I will definitely download StreamYard
And
and have
especially
that.
you're so professional with your graphics and
Oh
everything.
my
With
goodness.
StreamYard, you can put up the thumbnails and everything to
Okay.
advertise it. I don't know. Can you do that in YouTube, Miss Keto?
I didn't use it a whole lot. I,
Okay,
I, I,
okay,
I stopped doing the lives when I kept freezing. And then
okay,
I'm just now starting back since I've started learning how to do the StreamYard.
okay.
And I've been working with that ever since the StreamYard.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming in, and I want to suggest. I think we had a lot of people in from maybe your channel, Keto Granny? Do you
Oh,
recognize
yeah,
those
I
names?
seen. Yeah, I do. I recognize a
Okay.
lot of them and tell them all
Okay.
hello.
And
I'm
I
so
don't
glad
know,
that they came
Miriam, if
too.
you, but I
Right.
know they were saying Glenda is,
Yes, living water with Sister Glenda.
oh,
Yes,
okay,
Oh,
okay.
I
And so,
recognize a lot. Thanks everybody for coming in. Yes.
and I thank them too.
Yes, yes, yes.
thank
This
you
is
for
a great
stopping
show, and
by.
everyone, make
Yeah.
sure you tune in every Tuesday to see Miss It's Golden Girl. Okay,
Yes,
every
panel Tuesday.
Tuesday. Every
Panel
Tuesday.
Tuesday. And I think one time we may have been up to 10. Woo!
Oh, well, that was good. Oh, yeah.
And also I'm sharing it out to Facebook. So,
Okay.
I can't see, how many are watching on Facebook.
Yeah,
But I have some Facebook friends, that with me doing this, they've been working and losing weight and getting their A1C down. So hopefully
that's
they're
good.
watching this. If not, they can go back and watch it. The replay is awesome. So I just want to suggest that share it out.
Most certainly will.
Because
Yes,
this is
yes.
this is a good word. This is a good word, good information, good
Yes, it is.
content.
Yes,
And
it
that's what I want to do by creating good content to develop an audience.
is.
There's so many people out there suffering and they just need
Right.
to hear this, like,
That it can be done.
yes, yes,
Disease can
I'm
be
a
reversed.
testimony. Miriam's a
Yes.
testimony.
I'm a testimony.
You're a
Yes,
testimony,
yes,
Keto
yes.
Granny.
It can
You're
be
a
done.
testimony,
Yes.
And I appreciate what you told me about, like the oil for the elasticity, the intermittent
Olive
fast.
oil.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some 24, 36-hour fasting.
That works good. That works really
Yeah.
good. That's like Miriam said also. Very
I
good.
don't want the saggy skin.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
And what kind of oil did you say you were using on your skin, Keto
I
Granny?
use the extra virgin olive oil.
Oh, really?
Just
Well,
out
I've
the
been
store.
cooking with that lately.
That's
Sauteing
right.
my
But you better start putting it on your skin, honey.
Hey, I got a big container from Sam's Club. So I cook I saute healthy eating. I
Yeah.
do peppers, the different
Right.
colored bell peppers, and I'm eating Brussels sprouts.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good.
I'm
Yeah, those
eating
are good.
I'm eating broccoli, celery,
Yep. Yes.
blueberries.
Yes.
Yeah.
All good. Those are all good foods.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
see,
they are.
blueberries slow down my blood glucose. It slow it down. And so when I pair that when I'm eating something that's gonna spike it, I'll pair it
Uh-huh.
with some
Yeah, because
That's
blueberries,
good.
they have low GI. Their glycemic index is really low.
okay.
So if you
Yeah.
eat it, it really does not spike your blood sugar levels, and it has a lot of fiber. So
Right.
those are I add that to almost all my smoothies.
Okay. Okay.
And I was listening to one of your videos earlier, Miriam, where you were explaining a lot about that. The
Yeah.
complex carbs and the simple carbs. Yeah.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
good information. Yes.
Thank you.
Hmm.
And see, this has been awesome because did you know Miriam before?
I
Keto
did
Granny?
not. When I saw
Okay.
she was coming on, I like to do my research.
Yes.
So yes, and very, very good channel. I became an
Oh,
instant
isn't it?
subscriber. Yes,
Oh,
it is.
so
You,
professional.
both of you ladies, both of you
yeah.
ladies. Yes, I
Hey,
love your
I'm
channel.
still
you.
trying to. I'm still, working on, my videos, but I'm okay. I'm striving. I'm
We're
just
doing good. We're doing
Mhm.
good. Yeah, yeah. I
because
said
they
I
said just get out there and just do,
just do
just
it. That's
create,
all. That's
just
all.
and just look how the connection that we have made here.
That's right. And I
And-
love it. I love
yeah,
it.
and that's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to do. With the 4 niches that I have, I've reached out to the traveling community. I've reached out, weight loss. Y'all,
Right.
oh, Mika, I tried to get her to come on, but she's working. Mika has fasting weight loss. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Ever check her
I
out
know.
if
Okay. Mika. Okay.
she does a lot with some serious fasting. And
Okay.
and she's got a busy channel because she's always doing some weight loss channel, and
Okay.
she's got a lot of people that participate.
Okay.
And so but then I'm reaching out to next Tuesday, panel Tuesday. I'm my swimsuit.
Oh, okay,
I'm collecting
okay. I'll make sure to
swimsuits,
check
so
that
I'm
one out.
going live with a swimsuit model.
Wow.
You know, I always wanted to be. Always wanted to be jet centerfold. You know, so
Uh-huh.
it's never too late.
I saw you said that, and I said, "Oh, you give me some ideas of things I've always wanted to do and do." I can be it right here on YouTube. All
Hey,
right,
I'm telling you.
that's right. That's right.
All right, you ladies have a good night.
You have a good
I
night,
thank
also.
you for going over because I try to be conscious of the hour, but you know, we
It
get
was
to
so
talking and
enjoyable.
it's so good, you know, that I'm sure it helps someone, you know. All
Right.
right, so I'll be over on your channel at 11 a.m. on Friday, Miriam. That is
I will be there too.
Everything
I'll
Life
put it
with
on
Miriam.
notification.
Yes. Everything Life with Miriam, 11 a.m. Central Time.
Oh, Central Time. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Central Time, 11 a.m. Central
So
Time.
that would be, I believe, 12 noon for
For
Eastern?
Eastern Daylight
Yes.
Time, it would be 12.
Yes,
12.
ma'am.
So for me, that's like 11, I believe. Okay.
Okay.
I always have to write mine down and figure it out.
And you know, I was praying that y'all wouldn't get confused, you know, with the time, you know, because I said 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight. I said, I don't know what time zone they in.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'll figure it out. You all are some beautiful ladies. I'm so glad that I met you all and that you
Same.
invited me to be part of your panel, Golden Girl. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank
Everything
you.
Life with
Thank
Miriam is so very nice.
Yes.
Thank you, Keto
And this
Brand.
is
I
the-
really enjoy this.
This is a
Yes.
friendship for life.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right, y'all take care.
All right,
Hey,
bye bye.
Keto Granny, when are you going live again? When are you going live again, Keto Granny?
I haven't even come. I'm in the process of moving. So
Okay.
I had got all my answers together for your questions, and then I got ready and I said, "Oh, I got it packed up somewhere and something." So I was like, I got to just wing it. I get on here and wing it. I can do that. So
Yeah.
I probably won't be going live unless I decide to do something over the weekend, and then it will just be like a live pop up. Yeah.
Okay. Because you sell jewelry too, right?
Yes, I do, and I've been trying to get a jewelry show, and I'll probably do that tonight because I got everything set up right here beside me for a jewelry show. Yeah.
Okay.
So y'all join me for that. I am going to do that tonight. So I'll
Live?
put that up later on. It's going to be live. Yeah.
What time?
It probably won't be till like 7, somewhere around 7 o'clock my time here.
Well,
So
that
you
makes
must
no
be
sense.
you're 2 hours behind me then. You're 6:32?
It's 5:32 right now here.
Oh, you 3 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Wait,
on the
so
West
5,
Coast
6,
somewhere
7.
then.
So then at 7 it'll be around 7 o'clock.
So it'll be 10 o'clock my time.
Wow, that's the thing that I don't like. I always say I need to do earlier because I know a lot of people are asleep at that time.
But
at the other time.
I'll catch you. I'll catch you.
Okay, I may decide to go on earlier. If I do,
Is
you
your time?
ladies just look for me and join me, okay?
Okay, Keto Granny, is your time Pacific time or
Pacific, yes.
Pacific? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right, y'all take it. Now you just
All right.
you just say down at the bottom, push leave studio.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'll still be in here looking around. Okay.